3 years have passed since Moana's adventurous journey with the demigod, Maui, and the island goddess, Te Fiti. Now Moana is no longer just a girl who saved her island, Motunui. She has grown into a brave and inquisitive explorer, venturing across neighboring islands with the hope of discovering more people who still share the deep connection to the ocean that her ancestors once had. However, despite her efforts, she finds no one who still holds that bond with the sea, leaving Moana puzzled and longing for a greater understanding of her people's history. In one of her many sea voyages, Moana receives a vision from Toti Vasa, one of her ancestors. The vision reveals a tragic truth. The people of the islands lost their deep connection to the ocean due to a malevolent storm god named Nalo. This vengeful god wanted to claim dominion over the mortal world, and in his greed, he caused the destruction of a legendary island called Motufetu. Motufetu, once the heart of the ocean, had been the island that connected all other islands together. Nalo sank it into the depths of the sea, severing the bonds between the islands and their people. Tote warns Moana that unless she can find a way to raise Motufetu from the depths, the people of Motunui will be doomed to extinction. This revelation fills Moana with a deep sense of urgency, and she vows to restore Motufetu and save her people. Determined to fulfill her ancestors' prophecy, Moana assembles a team of unlikely companions from her home island of Motunui. These include Loto, a skilled craftswoman, Moni, a knowledgeable historian, and Kik, an elderly and grumpy farmer. Alongside them are Moana's beloved pet pig, Pua, and the goofy rooster. Following the path of a comet that is said to lead to the lost island of Unbeknownst to Moana, Maui, the shape-shifting demigod, has his own reasons for seeking Motufetu. He has a long-standing rivalry with Nalo and hopes to confront him. However, Maui is captured by Nalo's powerful enforcer Matangi before he can make much progress. Reluctant to reach out to Moana for help, Maui fears that she might not survive the dangers that lie ahead if she tries to assist him. Despite his hesitation, the two paths eventually collide when Moana and her crew are captured by the Kakamora, a tribe of savage coconut-like pirates. The Kakamora reveal that Nalo's actions against Motufetu had led them to lose their own island, and they are now scattered across the seas. After rescuing Maui, Moana confronts Matangi. During their conversation, Moana learns that Matangi, like Moana, is not entirely happy serving Nalo. She expresses a deep resentment toward the storm god and helps Moana escape, leading the crew back to Maui. Together, they regroup and prepare to face Nalo, knowing that the storm god's wrath will not be easy to overcome. Maui warns Moana and her crew that Nalo's realm is far deadlier than the mortal realm they know. If they confront him, they will face monstrous enemies and life-threatening challenges. Despite these warnings, the group pushes forward, determined to raise Motufetu and restore the connection between the islands. Along the way, the group is ambushed by Nalo's terrifying creatures, which severely damage their raft and leave them stranded on a remote island. Moana begins to lose hope, feeling as if their journey is doomed, but Maui encourages her to persevere. With Maui's support, Moana finds the strength to continue, and the crew begins repairing the raft to finish their mission. When they set out again, they are met with a colossal storm, a manifestation of Nalo's power. In a moment of clarity, Moana realizes that Nalo is attempting to stop them from breaking the curse and restoring the connection to the ocean. Desperate, Moana asks Maui to use his magical hook to raise Motufetu from the sea. Maui begins to lift the island with all his strength, but Nalo strikes him with a deadly lightning bolt, stripping Maui of his powers. Moana, determined to fulfill her mission, dives into the ocean to touch Motufetu herself, despite the great risks. Just as she makes contact with the island, Nalo's lightning bolt strikes her, killing her in the process. Maui, stricken by grief, leaps into the water after her. In an act of pure determination, Maui chants an ancient spell to summon the spirits of Moana's ancestors, including her beloved grandmother Tala. These spirits help revive Moana, transforming her into a demigoddess and giving her a Wayfinder's tattoo, a symbol of her connection to the ocean and her heritage. With Moana now imbued with divine power, she regains the strength to face Nalo. Maui, having regained his powers as well, assists Moana in raising Motufetu from the depths of the sea. The people of Motunui, led by Moana and her newfound strength, are reunited with the ocean. Motufetu is restored, and the islands begin to reconnect with their shared heritage. Moana and her crew return to Motunui, where they are greeted by a great flotilla of islanders from the various islands of the ocean, all coming together to celebrate Moana's bravery. A grand celebration is held in Moana's honor, as she is hailed as the savior of her people and the one who brought the islands back together. In a mid-credit scene, the storm god Nalo, plotting his revenge, is about to punish Matangi for her betrayal, when he is interrupted by the arrival of the giant crab Tamatoa. The crab joins forces with Nalo, setting the stage for a new chapter in the conflict.